Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know the drill. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Alrighty, today I wanted to do a video that I touched briefly on Personal Finance Dad's interview or podcast, whatever you want to call it. But before I do, I want to show you one card that I got, and it's a 1990 Hoops PSA 9, and this is with Sam Vincent, and what's unique about this is if you look carefully, this is the only time where Michael Jordan wore the number 12. You can see here he's being dunked on, and the story from what I've read is that his jersey got stolen and he had to have a quick replacement, and that was the jersey that he wore that night. So, yeah, just the thing is, I want to buy cards that are just unique with Michael Jordan, and this is one of them. And is this an investment? Not really, because I don't see this card really going up too much. I think I got it maybe for about 35 bucks shipped and all of that stuff. Regardless, I just want to keep in my collection because it looks unique and the prices have come down. This is a PSA 9. I did look at the PSA 10. So during the pandemic, people drove this up. I can't believe people paid about what, 1,300 bucks for this. They spent 1,300 bucks, and now, and I think one sale went up to what, $1,000. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe one of the sales went for in the hundreds of bucks. Maybe a few months ago it was like in the few hundreds. Earlier sales were like 500 ish, 400 ish, and now no one wants to buy it. It's quite interesting. I want it for my collection. I think a PSA 10 before prices got crazy a while back, 3 4 years ago. I think I saw it was like $40, and now people are paying, or people paid $1,000 for this. I'm like, damn, you must be seriously underwater on this card, and it probably will go down even further. And maybe I'll get a PSA 10 then, just for my own personal collection. And at that point, if it goes down even further, it could be an investment. But I'm talking about maybe a few years from now. But I wanted one for myself. Anyways, I wanted to touch base on this topic again about Michael Jordan, and I saw this auction on Probstein, and it appears, or in my opinion, that the title was deceptive. And the title was "You Can Control the Market." And in that listing, there were 14 Michael Jordan Fleer 1986 cards, PSA 10s. And the listing was for $7 million and 14 cards. If you do the math, without any sales tax or shipping. I think shipping was free, but whatever it was $500,000 per card for each Michael Jordan card, and the title was "You Can Control the Market." So let's just look at this. So each Michael Jordan card lately, individually, has been going for about, I don't know, $360,000. On PWCC, I saw one person bought it for $312,000, but then you have to add a 20% buyer's premium, so it's around the $370,000. On Golden, $370,000 approximately. That's what it's been going for. When the cards got hit before the National, I remember sales in the, you know, 238,000 ish area. But those prices have rebounded since the summer. And after the National, like I mentioned, those cards picked up. But everything else, not so much. And I'm seeing a lot more videos with people saying that, hey, man, I lost money on this card. I lost money on this card. I mean, I even lost money on the card. I showed you the Nadal card. But going back to the Jordan, and also speaking of the Michael Jordan card. I was looking through the live chat, I think 2 weeks ago, and I saw a lot of people are asking, do I have a Fleer 86 Michael Jordan card? And the answer is no. When I got back to the hobby, when the cards were a little more affordable, I didn't look at that because of the population size. I thought, oh, 80s and 90s, those cards aren't really, an investment in my opinion. I was looking more at Derek Jeter cards because he's going to the Hall of Fame. That was my focus. And then it was Peyton Manning. So I was looking for that. 80s, I just heard of all the stories of the junk wax, so I didn't look at those Michael Jordan cards. I should have bought it at that time. And, now that I know more about these Michael Jordan cards, this is going to be on my buy list, but not right now. Still too pricey, in my opinion. I believe those will come down, and if those come down to an attractive level, I may get probably a lower grade version of it. But right now, I'm not going to be paying $3,000 for a PSA 1 or $3,500, $3,600 for a PSA 2. Not worth, in my opinion. I do want a card though, and I will buy it. Regardless, going back to this, you can control the market. So, thing is, yeah, it's about $360,000. Now, this individual or a group of company or whatever company bought 14 cards, each at $500,000. And I'm going based on the price. It was a buy it now. I'm thinking to myself, why would somebody overpay for 14 cards when if they just go on all these individual auctions, there have been quite a few, they could have overpaid, they could have outbid some of these guys, and they could have bought each individual card at a much cheaper price. And sure, this card could go higher, it's what, 370,000. You got another push in sports cards. Okay, before the huge dump, yeah, it could go up. But why would you spend this much money when just a few years ago, let's just put it in context, you could have bought one card for about 30 grand 3-4 years ago. And now you could have bought 10 of those cards, right? For about 300 grand. Now, one card, you're willing to spend $500,000. So let's just look at that rate of appreciation, okay? $30,000 to about $500,000. You're talking close to what, a 15, 16x move? And you are very confident in buying 14 cards? And sure, you must have the money, or this company has the money, but it doesn't logically make sense to me. And sure, I get it. We have inflation. Sure, we're going to have more structural problems in our economy, which should help out sports cards in the long run. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, why would somebody do that? Someone saying that, oh, it's Michael Jordan, it's Tom Brady, you don't need to worry about the price. Because after every recession, people will still buy it. It will still be an investment. But what matters, in my opinion, is the price. I've said this over and over again. A good yield in the stock market or whatever is about 10, 11% a year. We've had close to a 10x move as of right now, like over 1,000% return in a 3, 4, 5 years. That's pretty damn good. And now you're willing to be very aggressive and spend $500,000 for one card? That's just crazy. Maybe this company got fooled by the saying, you can control the market. The thing is, there are about 320 PSA 10s. I think it's 321, if I remember correctly. But whatever. Around 320 PSA 10s of this Michael Jordan card, okay? And 14 cards. 14 cards is not going to control the market. You may have, you could maybe in the short run, mess with the price, but that's still not enough supply. If someone wanted to really manipulate the market, they would probably have to have more than half of the cards. 14 cards, that's not going to do too much, in my opinion. And they could just hoard it. Yeah, they could rig it that way, but 14 cards still isn't that much. So if you just do the math, right? That's not even, that's what, 5% at most? At most? Whatever the math is. So if you have about 30, well, that's 10%. So yeah, it's not that much. You can't control the market with 5%. And you know, anyone who's selling could say whatever they want as long as it's not fraud, but when you're talking about controlling the market with only 14 cards, even though people consider that to be the holy grail, I just don't think that's the right way to do it. I have sent cards to Probstein in the past. He has been decent, maybe except one time with him, but still, I wouldn't do that. I am curious. What do you think about number one, Probstein? I believe it's Probstein. Let me just say that, saying you can control the market, and on top of it, what do you think about someone paying $500,000 for one card or a company? If it's a company and they're trying to sell it as a fractional, I'm thinking, okay, are they trying to get bought out and someone just pays maybe 14 million and pays like $1 million per card? Like, are they just doing it as a lot just to be like, hey, we could get all these people investing and then someone could do a buyout? Like, are they trying to do that? I would still think that's insane because the market is still overinflated compared to 2017, 2018. Anyways, it's just weird in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe they could make a killing. Let me know. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thanks. Bye.